to be honest. Therefore, it's not a topic I need to talk about. But now it is, unfortunately. But yes, what was the question again? How time flies by on the one hand side. On the other hand, it seems it's already ages ago that the race happened. Yeah, straight after Kona, I think I wanted to plan another race in Cozumel, because with the third place I already ticked that box for the qualification spot for 2020. But of course you have to validate, and I would have loved to get that out of the way with the race in Cozumel, and I was pretty pumped, to be honest. I thought there's still something left, and thinking about the race in Cozumel, looking on some pictures on my phone and stuff like that, got me really pumped up, to be honest. And then I didn't really kept training, but I kept moving, at least, to put it that way. But yeah, it was pretty difficult, because I in the last 10 Ks on a run, I felt my hip flexor on the right hand side pretty bad, and it got worse and worse. Luckily enough, it hold it up until I crossed the finish line, but the days afterwards were pretty rough. I was barely able to walk. I wasn't really concerned, because sometimes things like that happen, and then a couple of days later they are fine. But it didn't really went that way this time. The days leading up to the race, I felt it a little bit, but it was all right. So therefore, I wasn't really concerned. And also during the race, I felt it, but you know, I mean, you feel a lot of pain anyway, so it didn't really change much of my story of the race. So therefore, wasn't really important. Well, yeah, I got an MRI on Tuesday this week, and the MRI looked perfectly fine. So there's no broken bones or whatsoever. But unfortunately, it feels different. Like, it definitely feels like there's something wrong, something really wrong actually. And I am not even able to run 400 meters or something like that, not even to cross a road or whatever. So therefore it's definitely something that leaves me scratching my head a little bit. And yeah, we decided not to take any risks. Like I said, I would have loved to get it out of the way, and also because I have really good memories of Cozumel, and we are ready to go for another trip. We already booked flights and everything, and it's kind of difficult because I went into the weeks after Kona with the idea that I still do another race, so at least I did 1-2 hours of slight movement every day. And yeah, Tuesday we decided that there's no way that I can race in Cozumel. And then you know how it is, you kind of like drop into a little mental ditch, because meaning of life just got a hit, and you don't really know, like, getting up in the morning and like, what do I do? Because I didn't plan any off-season activities. Now I'm just trolling all the guys on Instagram and looking on the nice gravel tours Jan is doing in Girona, and I'm getting really jealous that I haven't really planned anything, any off-season activity besides snuggling and whatever, hang out with my animals. I thought I learned that at one point, but it's quite difficult sometimes. Yeah, especially right now. Maybe it helps to talk to, I don't know, 20,000 people on YouTube. I'm not sure. No, it's difficult, really difficult, because the tension is so high leading into the last weeks in Kona, and then you have this big race, and then the race is over, and then I know that it's often a mistake to think, oh, let's just do another one, and a lot of people, they think, oh yeah, I'm really fit, so why not use this fitness for another race? And then there are other people and they're really disappointed with their result, and then they think like, let's just make up for this and do another one. And some people just have to actually do another race because they probably had a really bad year and sponsor contracts and everything are on the line, and therefore you sometimes just basically forced to do another race. So it's often very difficult to just relax and do nothing. But usually it wasn't for me. But when you go into the off season, kind of like thinking, okay, there's one last race to go, and then it's actually not happening. It's quite difficult. Strategy. Well, we are actually having today. We're having a little get together with some friends and everything. At least the friends that are still left after 10 years, 15 years of professional sport. Sometimes pretty difficult. So I think that's what I try to do, is just trying to get back to social life and meet a couple of people I haven't met in a long time, basically a whole year most of the time, and so that always helps a lot. And then just trying to get stuff out of the way for the whole season. For example, I need to have like four appointments at my dentist. I'm really looking forward to that, and all this kind of shit. That's basically it. Just keep yourself busy, I guess. But I'm busy enough right now, just having 2 treatments every day from my physiotherapist and standing in a traffic jam on my way there. I know a normal life really sucks, so I'm quite happy where I am. So. You know, my wife Tina, she really hates me for always kind of being like this. After she already leading up to the race in the last weeks before the race, she's like, but please promise, even with the 3rd place, you should be happy. Like the development from last year and not being able to finish the race last year, you need to be happy with the podium. And I'm like, yeah, I promise. And then 2 days after the race, you're like, fuck. So therefore it's always difficult. I think I am kind of happy with my year because the development was really, really good. I haven't had any trouble whatsoever since February with my Achilles. I've been running really well, and I had a lot of fun the whole year working, and I had some really good results. I think Samobin was a really good race. I had a couple of days where I didn't have my best days, but I somehow turned it around, and that was really motivating to kind of feel that mental edge that I still seem to have, like being willing to push myself to the very limit, even on a subpar day, like in Nice, for example, starting the swim horrible bad, but still finding reasons to lay it all out there, and that's something I really enjoyed, to be honest. And then of course some people would say, well, there was no big win this year. Even last year I won in Ross, so I mean I had one big win. I didn't finish in Kona, but I had one big win. And this year there was basically not really a big win, but all in all, I think I'm really happy. I'm with like all these random rankings we have out there, tri-rating ranking and PTO ranking and whatsoever. In every ranking I'm second to Jan. with quite a big margin, but I think that just showcased that I had another really solid year. But the best thing was definitely the progress I think in this year I made. So therefore I'm excited for next year, and that's the problem right now, that I just hope that I'm able to start working again soon. For my season, I don't want to be too cocky and make some small wishes and therefore hope that they will get fulfilled. I just want to be able to work without any major injuries or something like that. I think that's my biggest wish, basically. And you know what? Fuck the other two wishes, I just stick with that. One is enough. Don't want to overdo it. One wish. And that's just being able to work without any major problems. That's it. From the sports side.